what does it mean to kind of get this checked off the list now to punch that ticket back?
Yeah, we talked yesterday. This was it. Now we're down to 3. We wrestled really well tonight, Jonathan. We got out to a big lead, and I didn't think they would give up that many forfeits to us, even though we were ahead 40-0 right off the bat. But I got to give our kids credit. They were ready to go tonight, and it showed in those first 5-6 matches, all pins in the first period or tech falls. So great job by our young men tonight. Especially, I'll give a lot of credit to Reed Campbell at 144. He came out, finally got down to weight, and looked great tonight, and he's finally finding his stride, Jonathan. He looks real good. And we're taking off, and now we got a big one. We'll see who we wrestle tomorrow morning.
You bet. And you had mentioned it, but looking back at the results here, just some dominant performances, pins within like the first minute of a lot of these matches as well. Just what is it that allows you guys to be so dominant, especially against, good wrestlers on the other side with Humboldt as well?
Yeah, we're loaded. I'm sorry for the first 5-6 weight. We're pretty good. I mean, we got Cole Wibholm, who's been on fire. Eswara Lopez has come a long way. The young man wasn't out last year, and look how far he's come. Then we have our good guys, Paxton Redenius. Then we have Adrian. Then we have Lyndon. Then we have Rhino. All those guys are state qualifiers or state place finishers. Then you throw in an AAU state champ in Reed Campbell that jumps in there too. Then you have Dawson Byer. Then you go to Colin Sesker, Rylan Morgan, and Easton Byer. That's murderer's row right there, Jonathan. Those are some very, very good wrestlers, and we're really dominant in that area right now, and it's showing.
You bet. You got a few days now before you head down to Extreme Arena. What are going to be some of the biggest areas of focus for this team between now and Saturday?
Just work on the things we didn't do right tonight, which wasn't not many, but we still got things to work on. We're trying to stay injury-free the next 3 days. We've had a lot of injuries to our knees, our upper weights. I got to give Calder Cran-George credit. He cut down from 230 pounds down to 217 in the last 3 days for the team. So I got to applaud him and David Duncalf, who came out, who started the year out, but then wanted to concentrate on track. His coach had to make a call to him and said, hey, I need you for at least 10 days, because he was in the system. So he did a great job coming out. He didn't get to wrestle because we didn't want to put him out there yet just to get ready for this Saturday. But our kids are ready. We're down 3 meets to go, Jonathan, for that title. We're getting close. I'm so happy we finally got the stress off us. We're there now. Now we can just go wrestle free and be ready to go.
All right, we are back inside Extreme Arena. It looks like we might be starting a little bit early here for this Class 2A quarterfinal between Clarion-Goldfield-Dows and Algona. And it looks like we will start at 1:06. It'll be Cole Wibholm of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows against Tyler Friedrich of Algona. And we are underway. Colt, you can go ahead and take it away.
All right.
And holy cow, we got a takedown right
We got a takedown right off the bat here. These boys are excited to get going here.
So Algona with the early advantage here. Oh, who is that?
And we're getting we got a pinfall.
Was that Algona? Man, those singlets are like the exact same, Cole.
Yeah, that is very hard to see from where we're at here. Nope.
All right, so it was Wibholm who got the takedown and then the pin. So they assigned the points to the wrong side at first, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so CGD did get the pin there. So it was Wibholm with the pin, and that'll move us up to 113 as the Cowboys take a 6-0 lead in the duel. It's Eswara Lopez taking on Jaron Eischen of Algona here at 113 with the Cowboys in front. CGD Colt is red on the scoreboard, and Algona is green.
All right.
So that'll make things a little easier to tell, but from our spot, holy smokes, these singlets are like the exact same. Hopefully it's not like this for the other 2 duels.
Well, it looks like right now Lopez, he's got some white rings around the legs, so that's what I'm going to be looking for on that singlet there. Looks like they're cleaning up something. I don't know if there's
maybe a little bit of blood on the mat. Not sure how there would have been because I was so quick, but
yeah, I'm not sure that they would have been that sweaty to get anything wiped up.
Right, right. Colt, I heard you had a rousing game of rock, paper, scissors with Mitch Williams to decide who was going to call this today.
It was a rousing game, and I almost lost. I thought Mitch was coming down here for a second there, but I was able to pull it out at the end. And all right, we get going away here, and Lopez gets a takedown. He's on top now.
And again, the top of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows' lineup has just been so dominant here throughout this entire season. And it was out on display in that regional duel against Humboldt. Will give up an escape here, but nevertheless, Lopez taking charge here right away, wasting no time.
Lopez going in for another double leg takedown here. Looking for a cradle as he's going to bring his head to the knee, trying to get him turned over here. And he is. We're going to count. Getting a 4 count here.
This is tight.
Eschen trying to kick out, and there we go.
All right, Colt.
CGD's going to make quick work so far here.
I would say. Now, don't count Algona out by any means. This is a serious North Central Conference team. I mean, they are here competing in this thing for a reason.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
The Cowboys take a 12-0 lead.
Absolutely. But CGD's looks fired up today, and they look like they are ready to go.
All right, let's see who we got out here at 120. Should be Paxton Rodinez. Yep, it is here for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows, taking on Tegan Alish of Algona.
All right, Rodinez. All right, we're going to get this one underway now. Both boys doing a hand fight. Rodinez going in on a single, working his way around.
It was an
there he
8-1
goes.
decision when they met in the regular season, by the way.
Rodinez working to get around to the other side here. If he can get his head out, he's going to get his 3, and he does. Rodinez working to take him down here, bringing him down to the mat, going to try and flatten him out. Rodinez is on top, looking for a claw there to pull him around. Going to flatten out the young man. Rodinez looks like he's got a nice tight waist around there. Trying to get him turned as the other young man gets flattened out here. Rodinez still on top. Looks like an official is going to call green for stalling. No points awarded, but he's giving him a warning.
All right. And neither of these wrestlers are ranked as of the latest IA Wrestle rankings.
Rodinez in on that left arm, trying to get an arm bar. Looks like he's going to go for a tilt here. He's got that arm bar in on the left side there. Trying to get the other young man tilted around there.
35 seconds left first period.
Alish, is that the name?
Alish, yes.
Alish, okay. Alish working to fight on it there, but Rodinez still got that left arm into that arm bar. Clock ticks down to 20. Rodinez holding on to that arm. Looked like he might be trying to go in for a half.
Well, he might finish the first period for once here.
Yeah.
7 seconds.
Rodinez just going to continue to hold him down to finish out the first period here.
All right. So we're at 120 pounds. CGD got pins in the first 2.
Rodinez got choice, and he's going to take, they're going to take on their feet.
All right, neutral position to get us rolling here in the second.
All right, here we go. A little hand fighting there. Looking for a position. Boys are still both on their feet here. Circling around towards the middle as Alish goes in for a shot, trying to get a single leg. Rodinez sprawled back, working his way around to the other side, trying to get his 3 here. Still hasn't gotten anything. And it's a draw, so we're going to come back to the center of the mat.
There are 5 other duels going on in this place, and among those, there has only been one other match completed, and we're already in the 3rd one of this one. So that goes to show the dominance of CGD.
Absolutely. Alish goes in on a single leg. He's got him, Rodinez up to a waterfall, trying to get him turned over to get that takedown as Rodinez gets those legs around, trying not to get turned over here.
Just an awkward position to be in there right now for your Rodinez.
No. Oh, wait, no. Rodinez is on top. Yeah, Rodinez, I think, is on top. It's so hard to tell with these.
No near fall, though, yet. How is that? Unless they're already holding.
Nobody has clear, well.
Period. Oh. Okay, there's still 20 seconds left in a stalemate here.
We're getting a caution here. Okay, so let's look and see. Both boys are still in neutral position. I think one was awarded for maybe a stalling. So
yeah, penalty points to Redenius. He's up 4-zip.
So both boys are back on their feet. They got about 20 seconds left here in the second period.
And he's the one with the gray on the back.
On the gray on the back.
Yep, that's Redenius.
All right, Redenius looking to get another, or going for another cradle here as the clock ticks down to 3, 2, 1. And we're going to end the second period there. It is 4-0 in favor of Redenius.
Well, Colt, an interesting match here so far. I mean, aside from that early takedown by Redenius right out of the chute, Alish holding his ground here, trying to get the Bulldogs on the scoreboard.
You said Bulldogs. It fouled me all up there. I forgot Algona's Bulldogs. I always say Hampton's the real Bulldogs. Algona's the fake one. So, all right. Both boys still trying to do a little hand fighting. And Redenius goes in on a single leg. Now he's got Alish up on a waterfall, trying to get Alish turned over here. And he's going to get a nice little tilt on him. It looks like he's trying to get a pin off of it. And we're going to call dangerous, and it looks like Alish is going to get the point.
Yeah, so a point awarded to Tegan Alish of Algona, making it 4-1 early here in this third period.
And it looks like we got a minute 30 left, and there's some discussion, looks like, with an official.
So it was a penalty point awarded to Alish, but there had been no warning before,
So, but the point, they took it, that's what it was. They took it and gave it to Redenius.
Oh, okay. So they put it to the wrong wrestler.
They put it to the wrong,
5-0,
so it's now 5-0, yep. Alish goes in on a single there as Redenius hooks him, and he's going to go for a pin. He gets turned over just in time, but we do have a takedown there for Redenius, it looks like. 8-0 now, down to a minute 2. Redenius cross-facing hard here, getting around to the other side. He's got Alish flattened out.
He's got 1 minute to hang on here. 1 minute to hang on and pick up the victory.
And we're going to get another. So there must be a caution warning on Redenius now.
All right, so now he's got his warning. Next will be a penalty point.
Redenius is going to come back. They're coming to the center of the mat. Redenius is on top.
They give a caution here for a false start, too.
Yep. All right,
43 seconds left, third period. Redenius on top, 8-0.
Redenius, as Alish tries to roll through, Redenius staying on top there, working on trying to get a tilt as he's got his leg tangled up with Alish, working on getting him tilted over. We're going to get some back points, it looks like, baby. Not quite turned over yet. Redenius is working it.
Some, though.
They are holding, I would imagine, 2. Maybe not. Still 8-0. We're down to under 10. Got an official that stands right in the way of our clock.
Oh, yeah.
And the clock ticks down, and Redenius wins 8-0.
All right.
Still on top there. Only awarded, I think, 4 for that one.
Yep. So we move on to 126. Adrian Petzenpon of the Cowboys. Just a dominant season he has had so far, as CGD increases their lead in the duel to 16-0. And what a season it's been for Adrian Petzenpon, ranked number 4 in Class 2A at 126 pounds.
Looks like Petzenpon's got a that gray on the back of his singlet as well, so a little easier to tell, I think.
Yes, sir.
And white headgear.
Yep. All right, let's see who the Algona wrestler is. It's going to be...
Petzenpon goes in on a single leg, gets around, gets his 3.
Thomas Zabka is his opponent here.
Zabka. Petzapong going to try and get another tilt there as Zabka rolls through. Gets an escape, so it's 3-1 in favor of Petzapong. Boys are circling. Petzapong going in on a shot there. Really working to get it. He does get that single. It looks like he's into a high crotch. And he's going to bring him up and down to the mat with authority. Now 6-1 in favor of Petzapong. He's going to roll him through, working on getting that tilt. Zabka trying to kick out of that. We're going to get some back points here. It should be 10-1 here once he lets this go. Yep. Down to a minute. Petzapong's got a hold of him. 10-1. Petzapong working to try and break him back down. Down to 35. Petzapong still on top, trying to work Zabka over. And he's going to try and roll him in for some more back points here. Looks like we're holding 4.
Though, yeah.
There we go, 14-1, under 20.
Couple more swipes here, and he'll get the tech fall and finish it off. And a good chance to reset going out of bounds here with 15 seconds left in the period.
And Petzapong is going to allow him up, and he's going to be 14-2. And we're going to get this started.
All right, so he just needs a takedown here. He's got 10 seconds, and he can finish it off.
He goes in for reach. Zabka blocks it, but Petzapong's so good. He ducks under and gets around, gets his 3, and it's 17-2 in favor of Petzapong.
All right, so that'll be a tech fall. And Clarion-Goldfield-Dows continues to dominate. They increase their lead in the duel to 21-0. We move on to 132 pounds, where it should be Lyndon Petzapong of CGD, ranked number 4 in Class 1A or 2A at 132 pounds.
Are these guys twins?
No, they're a year apart.
Are they?
Nope.
Yeah, that looks like they both bleached their hair too.
Oh yeah, that's a kind of a thing for wrestlers once they get to the state tournament.
Oh, okay. Say here a year or two ago,
Iowa
it was
Falls Alden did that here a few years back as well. Caden Meyer of Algona is opponent here at 132.
It was those mullets here not that long ago. Now we're bleaching here. Who'd you say, Meyer? Meyer and Petzapong. Okay. Petzapong going in on his shot there, gets it, and he's trying to get Meyer turned over right away here. And he does. We're getting back points at least. Meyer trying to bridge up and out of that as Petzapong works his way spinning around there. So we got 3 awarded, 3 back points awarded. Petzapong working to tilt now, bringing them back, getting them tilted. We're going to get awarded another 3, it looks like.
6-0 as of right now. More back points.
The officials sliding around the mat there looking to see, and we got the pinfall. 1:06 remaining, so 54 seconds.
Yes, sir.
54-second pin for Petzapong there as they move up to, what, 27-0?
Yep, 27-0 now as we move on to 138 pounds. And Clarion-Goldfield-Dows continues their domination, seemingly picking up right where they left off in that regional duel against Humboldt back on Tuesday nights.
You know, at the beginning of this, you said that Algona's here for a reason, but CGD is making it look like they got real lucky getting here, because goodness.
Ryan Harwig of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows taking on Brooks Morgan of Algona. Here at 138 pounds. CGD moving closer and closer to clinching this thing.
All right, Hartwig going in single leg with a takedown. We got 3 there in favor of Hartwig. Hartwig working on trying to get another tilt here, or a tilt on, is it Morgan?
Yes.
Okay, and we do. We're gonna get some back points here. Morgan is not going anywhere there as he tries to get rolled over, so we're holding. We got 4, so now 7-0. Hartwig still on top there.
Looks to be a crash course between CGD and Decorah getting to that final tonight.
Okay.
Harwig won a 9-4 decision when they met back in the regular season.
Hartwig still leads 7-0. We are down to a minute here in the first period.
Meanwhile, Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont has taken an 8-0 lead in the duel against Alburnett, and the other 2A quarterfinal going on right now. Right now in Class 1A, Riverside leads Lamoni 3-zip. Jessup leads Nashville Plainfield 3-0. In Class 3A, Indianola leads Linmar 12-3, and Iowa City West leads Waukee Northwest 21-0.
Hartwig rolling him over, getting a tilt on. Going to get some more points here. We've got another 4, so we are now 12-0.
Down to 20 seconds left here in the period.
I think we're under 10. We're going to get awarded another 4 here. Got a tilt.
All right,
got
so
another 4, so
fall.
that's a tech fall there with 1 second remaining in the first period. So congratulations to Hartwig.
This is, I mean, to be doing this in the state tournament is borderline unreal.
This is.
This is just absolute, a statement of a performance so far for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows, extending their lead in the duel to 32-0 as we head to 144 pounds. So far, it's been 3 falls and 2 tech falls and a major decision here for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows so far. Bonus points in every single match. Here comes Reed Campbell of CGD against CJ McGregor of Algona at 144.
All right, Campbell and McGregor. Boys are tied up there. Campbell with a headlock and bringing him down. Still not a takedown until he gets around to the backside there if he can. McGregor trying to get stood up. Campbell looking like he might be going for a cow catcher.
That'd be nifty.
And we're going to get a stalemate. Minute 27 here, still 0-0. Got some heavy hands there from the boys going, looking for some position here. Boys are locked up. McGregor looked like he was trying to go in on a shot. Not going to get that. Campbell in on top there. McGregor down to his knees here as Campbell trying to get around, and we're going to get called a stalemate again. 52 seconds, still 0-0 here in this matchup.
A rare scoreless tie here. This is one of the better matches of this duel here so far, which CGD leads 32-0 right now over Algona, the reigning Class 2A champions from last year.
We are down to 25 seconds, still scoreless. Boys are tied up there, looking, jockeying for that position there as they get tied up, looking to fight hands. Down to 15. Still working, we're under 10. Clock's gonna click down to 1. And we're gonna go into the second period scoreless. Choice goes to Algona, he's gonna defer. No, I'm sorry, choice went to Campbell. He deferred. McGregor's gonna choose down. So bottom position for McGregor. So bottom set, top cover, and here we go. McGregor's gonna stand up there, trying to break away. Campbell working to circling to bring him down, and he does. Boys are back down to the mat there.
Bottom set, top cover. Is that some coaching lingo there for you?
A little bit there. We it's usually with the officials.
Oh, for sure.
Boys are still on their feet as Campbell trying to break him down, get a tilt. And we're going to get the escape there for McGregor as he rolls through.
I believe this is Algona's first lead of any kind in any match today. So that says something right there.
That McGregor is definitely competitive, especially going against Campbell here. Boys are still tying up here. Down to a minute, second period. McGregor trying to bring Campbell down there as we tick down to 45.
And these two met in the conference tournament. It was a 7-3 decision for McGregor. But in the regular season duel, Campbell won 4-3 in a decision.
So the boys are pretty.
No, it was a 6-5. I was looking at the wrong. It was 2 wins in the season by McGregor, so a 6-5 decision.
So this is a very competitive matchup here. Down to 20 seconds. McGregor still leads by 1. I almost thought he had a cow catcher there on Campbell. Down to 10. McGregor still leads by 1. Boys working back to the middle of the mat. And we're down to 0. We're going to end the second period with McGregor leading 1-0.
All right, Colt. Heading to the third period here. For just the second time in this duel today. Algona fighting for their first win in this duel as we approach the halfway point.
And Campbell is going to take the bottom position now. He's going to try and get that escape here to get at least tied up. If he can't get around and get a reversal, that would be ideal for him. Campbell stands up, trying to cut away, and he does. So he's got his 1. So now we're tied up 1-1, minute 40 here in the third period. Boys tie up again here. Look like they're ear to ear there, which isn't going to get them too far. Got to get better head position there. Still tying up, still circling around, down to a minute 10. McGregor looked like he was trying to go in on a shot. Campbell sprawling back. Campbell spinning around to the backside, trying to hold on to get that takedown. He's holding on to a leg. Wow. Just both boys jockeying for that position there. Nothing yet. It looks like McGregor trying to get that takedown. Nothing's awarded. The official says no control yet. He's trying to stay in bounds.
And there's the 3.
There's the takedown. 35 seconds, 4-1, and they go out of bounds. So now McGregor leads 4-1 in this matchup. Campbell going to have to look to get an escape or reversal, or at least an escape, and then get that takedown right away because it's 6-1 now.
And they did get 2 near fall on that. That's how they got it to 6.
Okay, because I couldn't see from this. It had to have been that. Down to 25. Campbell trying to get up. McGregor staying dominant on top here. We're down to 15. And we're going to get some near falls. Campbell's in trouble. 10 seconds remains.
Trying to hold on. 3
He's
seconds.
trying to hold on if he can not. He held on to not get pinned.
For near fall. It's going to be a major decision for Algona. 10-1 will be the final score. So they do get on the scoreboard. But it is still a 32-4 lead here for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows as we move up to 150.
Nothing hurt, but Algona finally gets something up on the board there. Like I said, can't count them out.
All right, should be Dawson Byer here of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows coming up. A little bit of controversy on the mat right in front of us, looks like. So we will move on to this next one here. Dawson Byer of CGD against Barrett Morgan of Algona. Beyer ranked number 9 in Class 2A at 150 pounds, and Morgan is unranked.
All right, Beyer and Morgan here. Getting this matchup underway. Beyer trying to go in on a shot. Not going to get it. Morgan goes in on a shot there. Morgan stays on top, sprawls, gets around to get his 3. And he's going to let him up, so we got an escape there for Morgan. So Beyer leads 3-1. Now Beyer tries to take a shot. Morgan gets around to the backside, but they're not going to award anything. Caution. And they're going to go back to the center on their feet.
It was a 13-2 major decision for Beyer when they met in the regular season duel. They did not meet, however, in the conference tournament.
Oh. All right, here we go. Both boys on their feet. Minute 20 in the first period as Beyer leads 3-1. Beyer trying to go in for a little shot there. Not going to get his. Morgan sprawled back. Morgan tries to get a shot in as Beyer sprawls back, and Morgan getting him up to a waterfall. Gonna try and slip him over his, looks like he's trying to get him slipped over his left shoulder here. Beyer holding on.
He was like walking on his arms, trying to keep himself up.
No points have been awarded. We're down to 40. We're gonna stalemate and head back to the center in neutral position.
Holy cow, Cole. Beyer got himself in a little bit of a trouble there. There was no near fall or anything like that, but it was close.
But it was close. It
Yeah.
looks like we're gonna get a little blood time.
It would have been a major upset had that occurred.
Oh yeah.
So we'll take a momentary timeout here during the blood time. Maybe. Now let's keep it right here. Looks like they stopped the blood time. So let's recap the some of the matches here so far. We started at 106 where Cole Wibholm of CGD got an 18-second pin over Tyler Frederick. At 113, CGD's Eswaro Lopez got a 40-second fall over Jared Eischen. At 120, CGD's Paxton Ordenius had an 8-0 major decision against Tegan Alish. At 126, Adrian Petzenpon had a 17-2 tech fall. At 132, Lyndon Petzenpon had a 54-second pin. At 138, Ryan Hartwig had a 16-0 tech fall. And at 144, Algona's CJ McGregor got a 10-1 major decision over Reed Campbell.
And we get the action started again here after the blood time. And we do get a takedown for Beyer. He leads 6-1. So Beyer leading Morgan 6-1 here as we finish off the first period. Decision's going to go to Morgan. He's going to take the bottom position.
CGD leads the duel 32-4. Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont leads Alburnett 11-0. That one is at 126 right now. We're at 150 here.
All right, Morgan's on the bottom. Beyer is on top as we get second period started. Beyer doing a good job trying to keep him down as now Morgan stands up trying to cut away. As he almost got out there, Beyer jumps in on a single leg trying to work, and we're going to go back to the center of the mat here as a stalemate, it looks like.
Meanwhile, Waukee Northwest has stormed back to get within 21-17 of Iowa City West. So it must have been a couple of quick pins there in Class 3A. Indianola leads Linmar 18-14.
All right, we're going to get restarted here at a minute 35. Beyer trying to keep Morgan down, and he's going to let him out. So we got it's now 6-2 as Morgan gets a point for an escape. We're going to lock up there. Morgan's going to go in, try and get a shot. Beyer's got a whizzer in, which is it's hooking him underneath the arm so he can't get around and get control. And we're going to call a stalemate there at a minute 5. Heading back to the center of the mat.
Yeah, this is a grinder. They've had a few stalemates here already. You're just halfway through. Down a minute left here in the second period. Beyer on top 6-2.
All right, boys are tied up there. Morgan trying to go in on a shot. Beyer sprawling back. Got that whizzer hooked in. He's going to hook in over the head of, Beyer's going to hook in over the head of Morgan there. Trying to get him taken down. Morgan's still going to go for another shot there, and he's going to get him into a waterfall. Beyer holding on tight to that waist so he doesn't get taken down. He's staying in control here. They're rolling around, but Beyer is still staying in control, not letting Morgan have that. Officials still not awarding anything. Neither young man has any kind of control here. Oh, now we got a takedown for Morgan. So it's now 6-5.
All
as
right,
we end the
third
second.
we go. Algona looking to see if they can get their second straight win in this duel, with Morgan coming back here on Beyer.
All right.
Meanwhile, in Class 1A, Jessup leads Nashua Plainfield 30-0, and Lamoni leads Riverside 14-3.
Beyer's going to take the bottom choice here. So Morgan comes in, covering on top. Nice tight waist there as he takes him down and flattens him out. So Morgan is on top. Beyer trying to work up, build a base here.
And Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont has increased its lead to 14-0 over Alburnett. Winner of this one will take on the winner of that one in the semifinal, and the losers will meet in a consolation semifinal. CGD leading this duel 32-4.
Beyer's still on the bottom there. Morgan working to get trying to get that chicken wing in, trying to get that arm bar. The official's calling something to him. Might be giving him a warning for stalling maybe. Beyer working to build up. Down to 1:05 here, and we're getting a warning. And they awarded, looks like they awarded Beyer a point. So it must have been a stall call. So it's 7-5 now at 1:02.
No, he got the escape. So
did they call the escape?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so 50 seconds left, down to 45, and a 7-5 lead here for Beyer. Just looking to hang on here.
We got that whizzer in. Beyer's got a whizzer in on Morgan, preventing a takedown, down to 30. And they're going to go out of bounds. And now they're going to give a point to Morgan. Morgan shoots in, single leg. And he gets nothing yet. Doesn't have control, got to get his arm out. There, he's got his three. He now leads 9-7 over Beyer. We've got down to 10 seconds. Morgan is on top and with the lead, 9-7, as the clock ticks down to 1.
So Algona picks up a pretty major upset there. A 9-7 decision for Barrett Morgan over Dawson Beyer. So the Bulldogs back on the scoreboard. It's now 32-7 in favor of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. We'll move on to 157 pounds as CGD will look to get back on the winning side of things here. They're going to send out Colin Sesker here at 157, who is ranked number 6 in Class 2A at 157, and his opponent is Carter McGregor of Algona.
All right, Sesker going in on a shot. Trying to get that takedown right away. McGregor reverses that into a shot. They're going to go out of bounds there, so nothing awarded.
Man, that Sesker was just hopping up and down on that one leg. Not a good time. That's a very vulnerable position.
Yes.
Lucky they went out of bounds.
All right, boys are going to tie up here. Looking for hand control here. Down to 1:25, still scoreless. McGregor goes in on a shot. Doesn't get it. As Sesker working to get around. Gets his three. Sesker working to get him broke down. McGregor trying to sit out. Sesker not having it. Grabs an ankle. Starts pulling him over, trying to get a tilt. Sesker's got a leg hook there on Morgan, trying to get him turned as he's working a butcher. McGregor working to stay out of that. Sesker trying to work him around there. Got a hold of his arm, trying to spin him, circling around.
McGregor fighting for the escape here, man. He is close.
He is close. It looks like he's might. And he does. All right, so it's 3-1. 20 seconds with the first period.
And Clarion-Goldfield-Dows again sets the tone with their lighter weights. That's how they've built up this 32-7 lead here in the duel. But these last few here,
Sesker trying to go in on a shot there the last few seconds. Not going to get it. We're going to go to the second period. Sesker's choice, and he's going to choose neutral. And the boys are going to tie up here in the second period. Working, getting that wrist control. Sesker going in on a single leg there. Now McGregor trying to crawl out of that, grabbing a hold of an ankle, trying to get around. Still nothing awarded as the boys turn and tumble, and they're going to give it to McGregor. McGregor is on top with control over Sesker. 4-3, McGregor leads. Sesker working to get out of this, trying to get built up. Down to 1:10. Sesker build up to his knees here, getting to his base as he stands up, gets an escape. So it's now 4-4.
1 minute to go here in the second period, halfway through this match. And nothing decided here for Sesker. Looking to avoid a second straight upset win by Algona.
Sesker working to get around to the backside there. Got a wizard. Trying to roll through here. Can't see really what's going on because they're over in the corner with all the boys in front of us. I see some rolling. I see the official giving 3 to Sesker.
So a takedown for him and a 7-4 lead. 20 seconds left here in the second period.
McGregor standing up, trying to get cut away here. Sesker trying to hold him down as he's going to try and roll through there. Down under 10. Sesker looks like he's going to hold him down here for the remaining few seconds of the second period as he leads 7-4 going into the third. Choice is going to go to McGregor.
And this was a close one back in the conference tournament as well. It ended up being a 3-0 decision for Sesker.
And McGregor is going to take the bottom here. He trails 4-7. Sesker leads it. Sesker's going to get on top cover. And here we go. He's going to grab an ankle and drive McGregor over. Sesker trying to work McGregor over here. Sesker's got a nice tight waist there. McGregor working to stand up as Sesker tries to do a back roll through, trying to get him turned over. And they're going to roll out of bounds. Minute 33. Sesker leads 7-4.
And while we've got a moment here, Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont extends its lead over Alburnett to 19-0. So again, the winner of that one facing the winner of this one in the semifinal at 2:15 this afternoon. Losers will meet in the consolation semifinal at 12:30.
All right, we're going to get the third period started here.
Colt, I'm a big fan of what EBF's nickname is, the Rockets.
The Rockets?
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't
That
it?
is a good one. Sesker was able to get McGregor turned over there and get some back points, it looks like. He's been awarded, so we got 11-4 now, Sesker's lead. We're down to a minute.
And then you got the Pirates of Alburnett.
The Rockets, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
McGregor kicking out. Sesker was trying to hold on to that ankle, but we do have an escape, so it's 11-5. 42 seconds left here in the third period. McGregor going in on his shot, trying to get that single leg. Sesker holding on so far. Got that whizzer in. But McGregor does have a leg. If he can get popped up and get control, he gets awarded 3. So it's now 11-8, 22 seconds. It's 11-8, down to 15. McGregor's going to let Sesker up. He's got to get another takedown. He's going to go in, shot, double leg. Trying to get Sesker turned over as it ticks. 3, 2, 1. And Sesker is going to finish it off here, 12-9 with the win.
All right, so no bonus points, but a win nonetheless for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows, which extends its lead to 35-7. 165 is up next in Class 1A. Lake Mills leads Riverside 14-12, and Jessup is destroying Nashua Plainfield 42-4. 165 around the corner here for the Cowboys. And it'll be a ranked wrestler for Algona against a ranked wrestler of CGD.
All right.
Should be, if this is correct here, yeah, Taven Zinnel, but it's going to be Adam Hodson of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. So going deeper into the lineup here are the Cowboys. Possibly sliding Morgan up to 65 or to 75 for a better matchup. We will see.
All right, Zinnel gets a takedown over Hodson. And we're getting some back points awarded here to Zinnel. He's looking to try to get that pinfall right off the bat here.
Yeah, this is going to be tight. This is kind of a mismatch right here, it looks like.
Hodson trying to fight, trying to bridge up and out of here. He is going to get over to his belly.
All right. 4 near fall for Zinnel of Algona, and he leads 7-0.
Zinnel going in on a cradle there on Hodson. Hodson fighting, trying to hold on here. Zinnel trying to take him over as, Hodson rolls through that to get out of that cradle. Very nice job by Hodson. Zinnel on top there. We're under a minute left here in the first period. Zinnel is on top. Legs hooked around as he gets a half in on Hodson, getting him turned. So we've got a tilt. We're going to get some more points awarded. He's looking to get that pin again. He's got Hodson turned over. Hodson trying to bridge out of this, and he gets a pinfall. Zinnel with the pin.
So Algona with their first 6 points of the day, moving us up to 175. It's now 35-13 in favor of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. All right, so this thing is not quite over yet. Let's see, doing some quick math here. Algona has 24 points that they can still get, and they are trailing by 22. So
they have to pin all 4 of these.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood of this, John?
I'm going to say extremely low, but they wrestle the matches for a reason. So they do slide Morgan up to 75. He's taking on Brody Shipler here of Algona at 175.
All right. Looks like we may have had an eye poke there.
That's not a good time.
No, Morgan trying to pull a Ric Flair there, you know. Sometimes you just got to do what you can to win. Boys are tied up right now. Jockeying for that position. Morgan from CGD and Shipler from Algona. All right. Morgan's got that single leg, got that leg up as Shipler's hopping around there, trying to kick up and out, trying to roll through there. Nice tight hold by Morgan as he's going to work around, trying to get his leg back so he can get that cross. He's got a cross face, trying to get his leg back so he can get his 3. The clock ticks down to a minute, and Shipler is going to let go, and we are going to get our 3 there for Morgan. All right, Morgan is on top, going to work here on Shipler. He's trying to get his legs hooked in. Looks like he's going to try and go for a tilt if he can get it. Shipler fighting it off, working up to his knees. Morgan's really high as he's trying to stretch out Shipler.
And again, a CGD win of any kind here in this match will clinch the duel for him and advance them to the semifinal.
We're down to 20. Morgan's still on top. He's got Shipler stretched out. We're down to 10. The official's calling for action. There's not a whole lot that Shipler can do. Morgan's got him pretty well tied up here. Shipler can't do much as the clock ticks down to 0 there. So we're going to go to the center of the mat. Choice is going to go to Morgan.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the official calling for action. Shipler did get hit with a stall warning.
Yep.
None to Morgan yet, but the next one for Shipler would result in a penalty point.
All right, Morgan chose down. Bottom position here. And we're going to get the second period underway. Morgan on the bottom there. Shipler trying to work him over. He's going to get him flattened out here. Looks like he's going to go for an arm bar there on the right side. And we're going to get potentially dangerous there as Shipler shakes his head at the official like, no, I don't think so, but. All right, we're heading back center of the mat here. Morgan back on the bottom, Shipler on top as we get restarted here at 1:40. Shipler driving him down to the mat, flattening Morgan out. Morgan working to build that base back up there, getting his hips up. Shipler trying to get him turned a little bit there as they inch closer and closer to the edge of the mat. Shipler looking for that half there, it looked like. Morgan just trying to build that base back up, and he is. He's going to get up and cut away, and there we've got the escape, so it's now 3-1. A minute remains in the second period. Shipler leads, or I'm sorry, Morgan leads.
Yep, he got the escape.
Yep. Morgan leads 4-0.
Yeah, so Algona, I mean, it's do or die for them. They need a bonus point win to keep this thing alive. A decision alone.
It's not going to cut
it. An Algona decision here would clinch the duel for CGD. So a CGD win of any kind or an Algona decision would clinch the duel for the Cowboys. So Algona not looking good right now for that. Clarion-Goldfield-Dows.
Boys are just tied up right now. It's under 20. Not a lot of action. They're just hanging very heavy on the head right now. We're going to head back to the center of the mat here. Stalemate. Shipler trying to go in on a shot there. Morgan.
And they did get.
Morgan gets him turned over now. We got a takedown. 3, 2, 1. Not going to get a pinfall, but we did get the takedown as Morgan leads 8-0 going into the third.
Time ran out when he was trying to get the pin. They did hit Shipler for stalling again, so Morgan was awarded a penalty point for that. And then that takedown, as you mentioned, so that 8-0 lead for Morgan as we go to the third.
All right, here we go. Boys on their feet as Shipler took the neutral position. Boys are just circling right now. Shipler's got to look for his spot. He needs that takedown. The clock ticks down to 1:30. Morgan dancing around, just kind of playing with Shipler as he goes in on a double leg. If he can stay on top here, I can't see. They're back in that position where you can't quite see, but somebody looks like
there's no control right now.
Yeah, there's no control, but it looks like potentially dangerous there. So we're going to go back to the center of the mat in the neutral position here. It's 1:07 remaining in the third period as Morgan leads 8-0.
All right. Comes down to this. Again, CGD just looking to hold on for the victory here and clinch the duel.
The pressure that Shipler's got to have on him right now.
Yeah, he needs a bonus point win in order to keep Algona's chances alive here.
And he goes in, looking for that double. He gets the takedown. We got 40 seconds. So he's got the takedown. He's got his 3. It's 8-3 right now. He has got to work Morgan over if he wants to keep this alive. Morgan's going to slip out the back door and get a reversal. It's now 10-3. Morgan with that reversal down to 20. Shipler trying not to get pinned here as we're going to get some back points. We got some near fall here. Shipler getting turned. Morgan looking to finish it off with a pin. Putting an exclamation point on it. And the clock ticks down to 0 as Morgan wins. Looks like 14-3. CGD, I believe, is now clinched.
Yes, they
this
have.
Duel.
39-13 is their lead right now with 3 weight classes to go. The margin is insurmountable, and Clarion-Goldfield-Dows will wrestle in the semifinal later this afternoon. And now it's just kind of window dressing at this point.
I have no problem seeing Algona lose.
All right.
Fake Bulldogs.
Here comes Easton Byer at 190.
All right.
Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. He's bumping up a couple weight classes here as well. Taking on Cale Rodert of the Bulldogs. Whether their identity is fake or not.
Now they're just looking for some practice here. CGD is looking to get in a good hard workout.
There's 2 other teams called the Bulldogs wrestling in here right now. Lake Mills and Riverside wrestling each other, in fact.
That would be a tough one to call.
Yeah.
The Bulldogs now. We got Byer and who do we got? Rodert?
Yep.
All right. Still scoreless. Under 1:30 here in the first period. As we're back in front of the boys. I can't see what's exactly going on. We got 3 awarded.
Takedown red. That's CGD.
To Byer. Yep, and they're sitting right in front, so we can't see anything that's going on.
Our view is eclipsed. Like literally right now.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Occasionally I see a head or a foot roll around there. We're going to get some blood time.
All right, so we'll pause here with 50 seconds left here in the period. Not a lot of blood time here in this duel so far. Other scores here right now. Eddyville Blakesburg Fremont leads Alburnett 11-0. That's the other 2A duel. In Class 3A, Indianola is leading Linmar 30-14. Lake Mills leading Riverside 20-17 in Class 1A. The other 1A duel is Jessup leading Nashua Plainfield 48-7. And the other 3A, Waukee Northwest has a 29-27 lead over Iowa City West. So that one's gone back and forth as well. All right, back to action here between Byer and Rodert. 190 here in this Class 2A quarterfinal.
All right, going to get the action back underway here at 55 seconds. Byers on top. Nope, we're going to go, and Roeder's going to get his escape. Down to 40. Roeder takes a shot, in on a single leg. Still holding on to that leg. Oh! Roeder tried to do something there. Byer working to get around. Got his takedown.
So he leads now 9-1, 25 seconds left first period.
I don't know if they tried to give some back points there.
They gave him 3 near fall on it.
3 near fall, and now we got a caution.
Caution on red, I believe.
25 seconds left here in
departure.
the first. Oh, nice. As Byer brings him down to the mat.
Able to belly out here with 14 seconds left in the period. And it looks like Byer will ride this one out to the second, leading 9-1. All right, there it is. Period comes to an end. Green's choice.
He's going to
Red's
defer.
choice.
He's going to defer over to Byer. Byer's going to take the bottom position. We're going to go blood time again.
Uh-oh. All right, let's recap the action here so far during the blood time. At 1:06, CGD got the victory with Cole Wibholm and an 18-second pin. At 1:13, CGD's Eduardo Lopez got a 40-second pin. At 1:20, CGD's Paxton Rodinius got an 8-0 major decision. At 1:26, CGD's Adrian Petzenpon got a 17-2 tech fall. At 1:32, CGD's Lyndon Petzenpon got a 54-second pin. At 1:38, CGD's Ryan Hartwig got a 60-0 major, or a 60-0 tech fall. At 1:44, Algona got their first win when CJ McGregor got a 10-1 decision over Reed Campbell. CGD's Dawson Byer lost a 9-7 decision at 1:50 to Barrett Morgan. CGD's Colin Sesker got a 12-9 decision at 1:57. And back to action here.
All right, second period here. And Byer's going to get his escape. 10-1. Roeder looked like he was trying to go in on a shot there. And Byer going to get around, it looks like. Going to let
him out. 13-2
Going to let Roeder up. He's going for another takedown is what he's working on. He looks like he wants to try and get that tech fall here. He's got his another takedown, so it's now 16-2. And back kind of in front of the crowd of boys there. It's hard to see. He's going to let him up. So we got the escape. So now
a takedown will do it.
Byer going for another takedown here, and he's going to try and finish this off in the second period. Down to 45 seconds. He goes in for a single. He's got to get him taken and get control, and he does. There it is.
That's all she wrote. 19-3 tech fall for CGD's Easton Byer here at 190.
Good practice round for Byer there, as they've already clinched it. So just getting a good workout in.
That's got to take all the pressure off right there.
Yep.
So CGD increases the lead in the duel to 44-13. And 2:15 is coming up next. 2 more to go here in this duel. And then we'll wait till 2:15 for CGD in the semifinal. So this will highly likely be the first duel to be completed here in this round. All the others are still have got a ways to go. But Clarion-Goldfield-Dows taking care of business, to say the least. It'll be Calder Grand George of CGD against Tayton Rummel of Algona here at 2:15. And we are underway.
Grand George and Rummel. Grand George looked like he went in on a shot right off the bat.
Rummel is ranked number 9 in 2A.
Well, he sprawled back and spun around right on top there, and he's going to get a cradle going here. Grand George is in trouble now. Trying to get rolled and kicking out of that, and he does.
But a 7-0 lead here for Rummel.
Rummel working that arm bar. Going to get that arm working to get it here. Minute 20 remains here in the first period. Rummel bringing that arm around back. He's going to hook under. So he's got his left arm put into an arm bar. He's going to hook under his right arm, and he's going to try and hold that all together and get him tilted over. We're under a minute. Grand George did a good job getting out of that, building his base back up. Rummel just flatten him back out. Hard cross face as he's going to try and bring his head around. Try and get him worked over here. 40 seconds. Grand George trying to hold on. Rummel just bringing him back around here, and we're going to get near fall. He's hooking around that arm, got his chin on his chest. Grand George trying to roll through there. He's not going to get it. Now he's going to get it in tight there. If he can hold on for another 17 seconds, they'll go to the second period, but Rummel has got that in on tight.
Those can be a long 17 seconds.
That is a long time to be sitting there on bottom, but he is. We're going to get.
So they're going to award near fall here to Rummel.
And blood time?
Yes.
So it's, I think, 12-0.
Well, they gave 5 near fall for some reason. It's going to be 11-0 because you can't score 5 near fall at one time. So I don't know.
I don't know what that.
But yeah, just one more match left after this. It'll be JT Kelso at 2:85. They cut the blood time here at 4:36. And there's 10 seconds left here in the first period. And once we resume, it'll be. So yeah, it'll still be Rummel on top once we start here. But Colt, it's not possible to score 5 near fall, right? I mean, that's
no.
So they need to change the scoreboard, I think.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
It should be 11-0. They're going to keep it 12-0, I guess. So 4 seconds left in the period.
All right, we're going to end the first period there. Rummel not able to get out of there in the first period, so we're going to go neutral position to kick off this second period here. Rummel's choice. I think, nope, Grand George choice, I think.
Either way, Rummel's a takedown from a Tech Fall win.
Boys are just tied up there. And there we got it.
All right, so it'll be 44-18 in favor of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows as we go to our final match of the duel. Cowboys will move on to the semifinal at 2:15 this afternoon on 104.9 KLMJ and radio on the go on YouTube. And let's see who they send out here. Does not look, nope, it is going to be Joel Meyer of CGD against Carson Kramer of Algona. So we're not sending out JT Kelso here for this one.
Saving them for later.
Yes, sir. Let's see what we got. Oh, they just took that score down. Get you an update on the EBF score momentarily.
Meyer and Kramer, they're locked up.
EBF is on top of Albernet 31-23, so that one's getting a little closer. In the opposite 2A quarterfinal. CGD will get the winner of that one in the semifinal here at 2:15.
Meyer and Kramer just locking up there, looking for some control there as Meyer kind of throwing Kramer a little bit, getting the trying to get the takedown if they don't go out of bounds, and he does get it. He does get it before they go out of bounds. So Meyer leads 3-0. Meyer from CGD. And gonna let him up. So it's 3-1. 1:05 remains here in the first period. Meyer trying to take that shot, and he does.
Trying to put him on his back.
Kramer is in trouble. Kramer is in trouble. Meyer hooking that arm, scooping the head, and gets the pinfall.
Boom. Terminates it.
Terminated.
All right, so Clarion-Goldfield-Dows finishes it off. 50-18 is the final score.
Congratulations, CGD.
They'll wrestle in the semifinal at 2:15 this afternoon. We'll wrap up coverage here in a moment. Clarion-Goldfield-Dows 50, Algona 18. The Cowboys move on to the semifinal round coming up at 2:15 this afternoon on 104.9 KLMJ and Radio on the Go on YouTube. Let's run through the results from this one. At 106, CGD's Cole Wibholm got an 18-second pin. At 113, CGD's Estuardo Lopez got a 40-second pin. At 120, CGD's Paxton Ordenius got an 8-0 major decision. At 126, Adrian Petzenpon got a 17-2 tech fall. At 132, Lyndon Petzenpon got a 54-second pin. At 138, Ryan Hartwig got a 16-0 tech fall. Algona got their first win at 144 when CJ McGregor beat Reed Campbell in a 10-1 major decision. Algona's Barrett Morgan at 150 beat Dawson Byer 9-7 in a decision. At 157, CGD bounced back with a 12-9 decision by Colin Sesker. At 165, Algona's Taven Zimmel got a 128 fall over Adam Hudson. At 175, CGD's Ryland Morgan got a 14-3 major decision. At 190, CGD's Easton Byer got a 19-3 tech fall. At 215, Algona's Tayton Rummel got a 15-0 tech fall over Calder Grand George. And CGD's Joel Meyer at 285 got a 126 fall. So 50-18 is the final score in favor of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. They will take on either Al Burnett or Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont in the semifinal later today. Colt, any final thoughts from you before we send this one home here for now?
No, I mean, that was just a great matchup there. CGD did a very dominating matchup there from them. Looking forward to the rest of the day, seeing what they got. That was a couple of matches there close, and then we haven't gotten to see everybody because they switched a few guys out. So looking forward to seeing what everybody has, JT Kelso being one of them. So
all right, we will jump back on at about 2:10 this afternoon for the Clarion-Goldfield-Dows quarterfinal. Certainly hope you're able to join us then. But for now, for Colt Powers, I'm John Mowinkle. Good afternoon from Extreme Arena. We'll catch you in just a little while.